Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here of businesswithtrading.com, bringing you a market analysis for the S&P for Sunday the 29th of October. And the market's getting quite interesting here. You look at this right here, it's definitely getting very tight, or at least I expect it to become a little bit tighter. You're looking for resistance. We nailed this last week. And now what are we looking for this week? I'm looking for a maximum of, maybe 2,600, possibly a little bit over, maybe 2,610, 2,620. I don't really see the market going above that level if it does get that high. And basically what I'm looking at right now, as the market did come down here, I put out this tweet right here. The market had closed right here. And I was talking about if we get a pullback into the 2550 area, we could see a small rally, but most likely it's going to be part of a larger correction. That's what I was thinking about, because obviously, this was a correction. And price did come up, and, it came down to 2559. So it definitely didn't come close to 2550. It stopped here. And then the next day, which should be the 27th, yes, the 27th, it just took off. And it went right into the resistance level that we talked about last Sunday. So that was interesting. Yeah, delete that. All right, so now, what are we looking at? Obviously, the market is a little bit stronger, so there's probably a good chance that it does go up. And that's what these two boxes are here for. Obviously, they're not drawn as symmetrically as I would have liked, but it doesn't really matter. So from here, I'm looking for price to go sideways and then higher, or chop around a little bit and come down into this blue box and then go higher. And that would get us to that, 2590 plus. And I'm looking at the 2600 level. If it stops shy of that, then we could look for a pullback. If it goes a little higher, I'm looking 2610, and then 2620 max is what I'm looking for at this moment. Obviously, in the future, I'm looking 2800 plus, but I know I've talked about that, but that's in the future. That's not going to happen tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month. It's not going to happen for a while. But we want to keep the map in front of us. What are we actually looking for, longer term, shorter term? And that's what makes trading fun. We're able to look at things and see where we're looking for price to go. And if price does something different, and that's why I showed my tweet earlier, because obviously price is a little bit stronger here. So that means we're probably going to, when we see this chop sideways, we should probably see it move up real fast, and then just chop around and start to form a temporary top. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And that's, this movement right here has me thinking that. Obviously things can change, markets can do things differently, and that's what makes trading fun. If trading was easy, we'd all be rich. We're not all rich. It is what it is. So, came into our resistance level. We're looking for 27.25 to 25.75 to 25.72. That's what we're looking for as the main support area. And this red box is a little bit of a danger zone, but as long as it holds above 25.68, we should be okay. But it's going to be pretty ugly if it does come that low. And if it comes from here and just drops down, which is not what I'm thinking, but things happen, weird things happen. If it breaks 25.68, we're probably looking for it to come back down into this blue box, 25.45 to 25.20 ish, give or take a few points. That's what we're looking at. So we want to stay aware of what's happening in the market this week to see what is actually going to play out. The way this held up, I actually would have probably expected it to go a little bit higher than this area. Of course, we talked about this last Sunday. This was Thursday. that this was happening, and I think it was actually, if this was Friday, yeah, that makes more sense. This was Friday that this was happening, and I would have expected it to come a little slightly higher, but because it stopped right here, it kind of tells me it can go either way. So it's going to be up to the market really, and that's why I have these different scenarios on the chart, because right here it is getting a little frothy. I talked about it last week, and whenever the market does put in a top, it doesn't just hit a target and then turn around and crash. It usually stays there for a little bit of time. Right here it hit a top, chopped around, hit a top, then it rolled over. Same here, boom, boom, boom. And then here it chopped around for a little while, came down, and then it was kept going up. Obviously it was an uptrend. But if you look at the moves down, they're much quicker and concise. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for eventually this to get above 25.90 and below 26.20, and somewhere in there formulate a temporary top and then start to roll over. At this moment, we're looking for support here. So we want to really pay attention to this level and this level this week and see what price actually does. If it breaks down below it, that's going to be very interesting. It's going to change things. If it holds it and continues up, then it's still on the trajectory to end somewhere between 25.90 and 26.20 and then roll over. And if it actually does do that, like I talked about last week, I'm looking for price to come down here, below this 24.50 and somewhere above 2300. That's kind of what I'm looking at, and it really is dependent on what the market does want to do to where we're going to be able to jump in and take profits or make profits. Obviously I'm out of most of my longs here, and as the market does come up, I'm going to look to protect longs and or get short, whatever. That's what I'm going to look for, because I'm looking for a nice 200 plus point move to the downside, and that doesn't happen overnight, usually not in a week, but that's what I'm looking for, and that's what we look for as traders. And that's what I teach in my trading courses. Obviously day trading is a different beast of its own, but in my momentum trading is more like swing trading, position trading, and in there, that's what we talk about. We talk about making the trades that a lot of people are afraid to make, and those trades turn into big winners. You've seen videos on the website, 20 to 1, 16 to 1, reward to risk, 10 to 1 reward to risk. As long as you're getting above 2 to 1, you're doing great. And that's what really it's all about. We try to get 2 reward for every 1 risk, and we do that consistently, and then every now and then we're going to hit that 20 to 1 trade, but that's not a daily thing. And that's why we keep these on here. If you're looking to get long down here, you know where you have to get out, but you know where your profit's going to be as well. So that you definitely have good reward to risk here. Definitely, you had good reward to risk here. Right here, I hope you're not getting short on a Friday afternoon. That's kind of an odd trade, but you get what I'm saying, what we're talking about here. So beware of this 25.75 to 25.72, and this 25.68 level really is going to be a level to watch, because if price does break down, look for it to come back down here. And if it does come down here, I'm looking for it to be a automatic buy. That's really what I'm looking at, and it should be a nice move. But I don't think it does come down here. Right now, I'm really putting a lot of faith in this right here. But, as traders, you have to show every single possibility, because anything can happen. Like the movie Any Given Sunday. If you guys have seen that, good movie. But anyway, I digress. Check out these levels, pay attention. And this resistance area is going to be very important come Monday when the market opens. Usually usually Sunday night nothing really happens, but if it does actually push above here, then that's going to be pretty interesting. At the moment, the markets are down futures wise. It is 8:02 right now as I'm talking. So right now futures are slightly down, and it will actually be a very, very interesting week. Wanted to bring this to your attention. Feel free to comment below if you have anything different that you see, or maybe something that had on my chart that you're just not sure about. And with that, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your night. Have an awesome trading week. I'll see you back here in the markets.